Hello, my name is Mihigo Jean de Dieu. I am a chemistry teacher at College de Ruhanga, Senior 4. Here, the course of the day is preparation of sulfuric acid, of ammonia, and nitric acid. This preparation of sulfuric acid is prepared by contact process. Here, contact process, whereas ammonia is by Haber process, and whereas for nitric acid is also a process. Then the main focus is to see how to prepare this element or compound, this sulfuric acid, ammonia, and nitric acid. Yes, let us continue. We are going to see the content for this preparation of ammonia, nitric acid, sulfuric acid. Then we will see the preparation of ammonia in industrial and laboratory. We will see environmental impacts of ammonia, nitric, and sulfuric acid. Also, we will see the test, how to test ammonia by using this hydrochloric acid. The observation is white denser fumes. Reaction, we will see the reaction of ammonia and the sulfuric acid and nitric with other elements or compounds. Also, we will see the property of sulfuric acid, which are oxidizing and dehydrating agent. This is the content we are going to cover. Then let us continue. Then let us continue by this process, contact process, preparation of sulfuric acid. It occurs in 5 steps. Step 1, production of sulfur dioxide. Step 2, it is the purification of sulfur dioxide. Why? To remove impurities that affect catalyst called platinum. This catalyst is platinum. The third step is production of sulfur trioxide by using vanadium pentoxide with this temperature. Attention, this reaction is exothermic. Why? It is the heat released. It is negative. It is a heat given out. Means that there is no external heat is needed. Means that there is no heat needed here, because it is exothermic. Also, the fourth step is the production of oleum. What is oleum? It is the production when you take sulfuric acid, which is diluted, to add this sulfur dioxide to produce this oleum. The last step is to produce sulfuric acid, which is concentrated at this percentage. Those are the steps. You have to know it, or you have to memorize these all steps, how to produce sulfuric acid by contact process. Let us continue with the next slide to see production. Ammonia, it is occurred by Haber process, industrial. Remember this, it is reversible reaction. Also, this reaction, it is exothermic, means that the heat change is negative. Heat change is negative. Yes, let us continue. The heat change is negative, means that there is exothermic. This reaction is exothermic because there is heat given out. We use a catalyst which is finally divide iron with aluminum oxide. This aluminum oxide acts as promoter. We use this temperature, which is the interval is this, and the pressure is this. Then production of nitric acid by Oswald process, it occurs in 3 steps. Step 1 is production of nitrogen monoxide. The second step is production of nitrogen dioxide. The third one is production of nitric acid, which is concentrated. or you can produce this nitric acid by using this reaction. Also, this reaction can be accepted. Those are the reaction or steps how to produce nitric acid by Oswald process. Then how to prepare laboratory, how to prepare those nitric acid in laboratory. We talk about using potassium nitrate reacted with sulfuric acid to produce nitric acid and potassium hydrogen sulfate. Then what is the impact of this production of nitric acid? It causes acid rain and global warming due to release of nitrogen dioxide. To prepare ammonia by laboratory, it is to produce by using this ammonium chloride plus calcium hydroxide. This is a lime water to produce this gas, and calcium chloride plus water. Then how to test this ammonia? We use hydrochloric acid, and the observation is white fumes, which is denser. Here, this is the white fumes. This is the white fume. This is the reaction. Take ammonia and react with nitric hydrochloric acid to find this ammonium chloride, which is white fumes. We are going to see environmental impact of production of ammonia and nitric acid. For ammonia, it is a global warming. How? There is a burning fossil fuel to produce carbon dioxide, which is green gases. You know, this is greenhouse gases. This causes global warming. Here, nitric acid, it is acid rain. Global warming due to this release nitrogen oxide in atmosphere. Also, sulfuric acid also should have impact. You know, also acid cause acid rain. This destruction cause the destruction of buildings and the material made in marble or carbonaceous blocks. Those material that are made in this can be harmed by this acid rain or destroyed by this acid rain. Also, acidification of soil and lake. Also, there's a fog and snow due to this is the excess of those acid. This causes some fog and snow. For more information, go in the book and read. Then we are going to see the property of acid, sulfuric acid. It is oxidizing agent. We have two properties, which is mainly oxidizing agent and dehydrating agent. How? This is the reaction that explain how this acid act as oxidizing agent. You know, this copper here. You know, here copper is it comes from here to here. This is the it is have oxidation state of +2. This is the oxidation state is 0, means that it oxidizes from this sulfuric acid oxidizes copper from 0 to 2, means that it acts as oxidizing agent. Also here the dehydrating agent, this reaction is when dehydrating agent. Here we have this hydrated copper sulfate, means that it contains with water. You know, this 5. The final result is copper sulfate and this sulfuric acid, which is hydrated. This is it remove water. This copper sulfate is pure. Here it is from the starting it mixed with water, but when the sulfuric acid react with this hydrated, it remove the water, means that it is the hydrating agent. It is like a drying agent. Pay attention for this. When you are mixing sulfuric acid and water, what is the condition? When mixing this, pour solid acid in water, not the opposite. Why? Because sulfuric acid, the sulfuric acid has a high affinity to water. Yeah, let us continue with the next slide. Yeah, there's another information I have to keep in mind. What is the environmental impact of nitrate and phosphate? This is the NPK, means that the impact of using NPK in a standard way. If you use excess, you can cause some pollution, called eutrophication, due to the excess of nitrate in water bodies, and also acidification resulted to decrease nitrate, cause the breakdown of symbiotic relationship between plant roots and mycorrhizal fungi. Means that if you use any PK in bad ways, excess, you can cause this environmental impact. Pay attention, use it as standard. Then we are going to see reaction of ammonia with other element or compound. Here, let us start with this reaction. Ammonia react with this to produce this. Here, and nitrogen dioxide and water. Here, ammonia act as reducing agent. You know, here, because here our copper is 2, but here it is 0. Means that it moves from 0 to 1. This is reduce it. You know, there is reduction and oxidation. This is the reduction. Also, ammonia react with water with oxygen gases to produce this nitrogen oxide plus water. The condition is platinum and temperature. With this temperature, in absence of catalyst, we produce this nitrogen dioxide plus water. In presence of oxygen, in presence of catalyst, we produce this one. So reaction with nitric acid. Nitric acid react with this zinc to produce this zinc nitrate plus ammonium nitrate plus water. Pay attention, this you have to memorize. This is the concentrated. Then when nitric acid react with copper, it produces this copper nitrate plus nitrogen dioxide. This nitrogen dioxide, it is a brown gases and water. Also, this in aqueous solution or diluted solution, copper react with this to produce copper nitrate plus nitrogen dioxide. Remember, this is nitrogen monoxide, but here it is nitrogen dioxide. This is with produce nitrogen dioxide. When it is concentrated, when it is diluted, we produce monoxide. Those are the difference. Alright, the same, but there is a difference here to produce nitrogen dioxide, but here to produce nitrogen oxide. Let us continue. Also, reaction of nitric acid with carbon produce carbon dioxide, water, and nitrogen dioxide. We have to balance. This is the concentrated. Also, with hydrogen sulfide, react with nitric acid to produce this sulfur plus nitrogen oxide plus water. Here, hydrogen sulfide acts as reducing agent, whereas this nitric, it is oxidizing agent. Do you understand? Also, we are going to see how this sulfuric acid react is oxidizing agent and it has the property of oxidizing and drying agent. Here we have seen the reaction. This copper react with this sulfuric acid. This here we have 0. Here we have 2. Means that it moves from here to here. It is oxidizing agent. It acts as an oxidizing agent. There is a production of copper sulfate plus water plus sulfur dioxide. Here there is this is hydrated copper sulfate. When you react with this sulfuric acid, they will have this copper sulfate, which is will not have this copper sulfate. No water is available, means that it is act as drying agent. This is sulfuric acid, which is hydrated. This here sulfuric acid here act as drying agent, whereas here it acts as oxidizing agent. Yeah, it remove water in this compound. This sulfuric acid remove water in this compound. Yeah, together. Yeah, very surprised. This is the end of these courses. Thank you for your kind attention. God bless you to all.